Greetings, everyone, and thank you for returning to the channel. The issue that we will be discussing today is terminating your Capital One account, which may not be the most thrilling topic, but it is unquestionably a vital one. It is a well-known fact that financial institutions are not exactly known for their ability to make the process of leaving the organization simple. However, you need not be afraid, daring financial traveler. We are here to help you navigate the often murky seas of canceling your Capital One account, whether it be a credit card that is no longer serving you or a bank account that you have just outgrown. Now, before we dive in, there are a few things to consider. Closing an account can have some unintended consequences, especially for credit cards. It can potentially impact your credit score, for example, by shortening your average credit history and lowering your overall credit utilization ratio. So, it's wise to be sure this is the right move for you. If you're dealing with a credit card that's got a high annual fee or crummy rewards program, there might be a better option than closing it entirely. You could consider downgrading to a no-fee card or even negotiating with Capital One for a better interest rate or rewards offer. Just remember, a little negotiation savvy can go a long way. Alright, with that out of the way, let's get down to business. There are three main ways to close your Capital One account: by phone, online, or in person at a branch. Phone: this is probably the most common method. You can call Capital One's customer service line at 1-800-655-2265 for checking or savings accounts, or 1-800-227-4825 for credit cards. Be prepared to answer some security questions and provide some account information. The wait times can vary, so be patient and have a good book or podcast handy. Online: if you prefer the convenience of your couch, you might be able to close your account online. Here's the catch: you can only close credit card accounts online, not checking or savings accounts. To do this, log into your Capital One account, select the card you want to close, and navigate to the Account Management section. There should be an option to close account, follow the on-screen prompts, and you're good to go. Branch: the old-fashioned way. Capital One has branches across the U.S., so if you prefer a face-to-face interaction, you can head down to your local branch and speak with a representative about closing your account. Just make sure to bring a valid form of ID and any relevant account information. Important tips before you close. No matter which method you choose, there are a few key things to keep in mind. Make sure your account is paid in full. This applies to both credit cards and checking/savings accounts. If you have any outstanding balance on a credit card, you won't be able to close it. For checking/savings accounts, make sure you transfer any remaining funds to another account before closing. Update your automatic payments and direct deposits. If you have any automatic payments or direct deposits linked to your Capital One account, you'll need to update them to a new account to avoid any disruptions. Consider the impact on your credit score: credit cards only. As mentioned earlier, closing a credit card can impact your credit score in a few ways. If you're concerned about this, it might be worth keeping the account open, even if you're not using it regularly. Just be sure to set it to autopay the minimum balance to avoid any late fees. Closing your Capital One account can be a straightforward process, as long as you're prepared and follow the steps outlined above. Remember, there's no shame in moving on to a new financial institution that better suits your needs. Just be sure to weigh the pros and cons carefully before making the final decision. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time, happy banking.